Hi, I'm Dr. Thomas Armstrong, and I'm making a series of short videos to introduce my new book, The Power of Neurodiversity: Unleashing the Advantages of Your Neurodivergent Brain. This is a completely revised and updated second edition of a book that I originally wrote in 2010. The title of today's video is UDL / Assistive Technologies for People with ADHD. In my book, I talk a great deal about a concept I borrowed from evolutionary biology called niche construction. And I use the term positive niche construction. In the wild, it's what birds do when they build nests, when bees create hives, when spiders spin webs. They're creating an environment for themselves that maximizes their abilities and minimizes their inabilities. So I've taken this concept and transferred it to human culture and use it as a way of describing the manner in which neurodivergent individuals can create environments for themselves, or if they're children or teens, have other people create those environments that again will maximize their strengths and minimize their weaknesses, that will essentially allow them to be who they are instead of always having to fit into everybody else's life script. So I've identified 8 components of positive niche construction, and in this video we're going to be focusing on one of them, in particular UDL and assistive technology tools. So let me define UDL. UDL stands for Universal Design for Learning. And the idea of design for learning actually emerged from landscape designers and city planners. And the idea was to create environmental changes that would benefit people with disabilities, but would also benefit other people as well, neurotypicals. And one of the best examples that I could give you of this is the typical curb cut, which is at the end of a street you're walking, instead of having to run into a curb, there's a cut in the curb that allows you to glide down. And this is great for people with wheelchairs, for people with canes, and so forth. But it's also good for other people like skateboarders, for example, or mothers with baby carriages, people with bikes, that kind of thing. So UDL is, think about that as something that's good for people with neurodivergencies and also good for neurotypicals as well. And there's kind of a continuum. I've drawn this Venn diagram to indicate that there's a lot of overlapping. Assistive technologies in their pure form might be just for people with disabilities, like a wheelchair, for example. Whereas all of the apps that I'm going to introduce to you today are really good examples of universal design for learning. They're good for people with ADHD, and they're good for everybody else as well. So the first one is called Todoist. It's a task management tool. The free version allows you to create to-do lists, set due dates, add notes, prioritize tasks, collaborate with up to 5 people, and manage up to 5 projects. The Pro version includes sending reminders, uploading files, commenting on tasks, receiving productivity reports, doing automatic backups, setting email forwarding, synchronizing to your calendar, accessing project templates, and so forth. And I'm not giving the costs for the Pro version in this video because the prices are undoubtedly going to change over time when you see this video later on. The next app is called Rescue Time, and it's a time management tool that tracks the time you spend on apps, websites, and offline activities, or only those times that you choose. And it uses a pause button for breaks, which are preset for 15 minutes and 1 hour. It categorizes the time and labels it as productive or distracting on a 5-step scale, and you choose how to classify. It generates reports with insights on how you spend your time over the long term. So if you notice yourself being distracted a lot, you've got a hard data file of it on this app. Unroll Me is a free distraction clearing app that cleans up your email inbox, unsubscribes you from everything you don't want to receive, and packages all the newsletters, listservs, and emails you want into one daily digest. Turns 200 emails into one email. And for those of us who are inundated every day with those kinds of messages, this could be a real benefit and really clear up and help us to focus on what's important. Endeavor OTC is an interesting app. It's a video game. It's in a video game format for adults that targets areas of the brain involved in attention control. It involves steering a character through a virtual world, hitting certain targets, avoiding others, and multitasking. It's an FDA-approved treatment for ADHD, if you can believe it. It keeps track of every user's progress and adjusts the treatment in real time to maximize the benefits. It's available as an over-the-counter app for adults as Endeavor OTC or by medical prescription for children as Endeavor RX. And it's given as a 30-day prescription, which I assume that you can refill over time. Sleep Score is an app for those diagnosed with ADHD and other neurodivergent individuals who have sleep problems. This app provides non-contact sonar sleep tracker technology to measure your sleep from your nightstand, personalize actionable advice, sleep sounds, smart alarms, sleep cycle analysis, and more. The free version tracks sleep for 1 week and provides advice. The premium version records sleep patterns over the long term and helps with suggestion for sleep improvement. The Mendi is a comfortable brain sensing headband. It's great for ADHD because you train your brain using fun and interactive games on your smartphone. The technology behind Mendi is a little different than the more common EEG neurofeedback tracking. It's called functional near-infrared spectroscopy, and it works by tracking blood flow in the brain. People with ADHD tend to have reduced activity in the prefrontal cortex, and what the games in the Mendi app help you to do is move blood flow into this area, which can help improve attention and executive functioning. Finally, Evernote is a note-taking app where you can add text, images, audio, scans, PDFs, and documents and organize them in any way that makes sense to you. It's really good if you create a file and then later on you don't know where you put it. You put everything into Evernote and you provide several labels so you can find it in any number of ways. The program makes it easy to call up notes when needed. It's great for schoolwork, to-do lists, life planning, job applications, as a productivity tool, and more. So those are just a few of the apps, and I should say, as you well know, there are hundreds of thousands and possibly now millions of apps available in a variety of areas, and probably thousands and thousands that are specifically directed for people with ADHD. I do review these apps in my book, The Power of Neurodiversity, as well as apps for dyslexia and for intellectual disabilities and for autism, etc. I hope you get the book, The Power of Neurodiversity. I hope you share it with your friends, your family, your teachers, your therapists, your co-workers, and others, and that you find it useful. If you want to sign up for my blog posts, go to my website at www.neurofeedback.com institute4learning.com. That's institute4learning.com. And put your email. It's on my web page and on my blog page. Put your email in there and you'll receive right away a 200-item neurodiversity strengths checklist, which is a strength-based assessment I include in the book that I think is a refreshing departure from most of the other tests that neurodivergent people take, which most of them end up telling you what you're not good at. And in this one, it doesn't do that. It tells you many of the things that you are good at. So thanks so much for listening, for watching this video. I hope that you learned something, and I hope that you, again, will get the book and share the ideas with other individuals, and that you advocate and celebrate neurodiversity wherever you go. Thanks so much.